Oh man. All right. Well, take a quick look at this. By the time I actually get to streaming, I'm gonna have a race actually start on me. So let me just quit messing around with settings. I hate that iRacing is so like you have to do this right at this time because then I don't have a chance to actually like peacefully start the stream. All right. Let's do some rookies. I haven't done Laguna Seca in the Formula 1600 in a while, but I think it's a little bit slower than the Miata. Where's my steering wheel? Whatever, maybe this looks better. Whoops. And all them pebbles. You can actually feel it in the wheel. It's kind of incredible. And it feels so weird to play this car with a sequential, because I've always done it H pattern. Okay, only 10 seconds behind the leader. This is gonna be tough. All right. I just have to look up a couple of things. Ah, it's Alt K. Okay, cool. So I need to adjust this because I noticed in one of the other streams, I noticed that when I use this setup, there you go. You guys can't actually see my boxes and stuff. What fun is that? I guess I'll put this in the middle. And this can go over here. I'm like not crazy. I don't know what all teams is, so we'll just put it there. I'm like not crazy about this display. Control K? Shift K? How do I change the POV? Oh, that's cool. You can mark an event. Toggle telemetry logging. You see video timer, network display, radio display. Decrease driving view, increase driving view. Change camera. F12? What? That doesn't seem right.
Hello there, welcome.
Yeah, this is so strange because I always see the steer. I feel like I always see the steering wheel with this car. It's like never been like this. Shit. Try this instead. There we go. There we go. This is something more like what I usually have. Ooh. Wow. That's too much. But yeah, something like this I think is fine. I think it's something like here. Okay, that should be fine. Much better. I'm like, where did my guy go? Okay. Alright, so I've kind of wasted a lot of time now. Didn't get my practice in. Gonna just jump straight to qualifying. So I'll like, I'll run it kind of easy. This is just the rookies, but even when you play in the rookie series, it could still affect your safety rating, I think. Which obviously, that's kind of what we care about here. That's what all of us iRacers care about. We don't care about the racing, we just care about safety rating. And I don't know, I mean, don't quote me on this, but I feel like with these cars, the beauty is that it feels like you can't really spin them out. Like with any other car, if I just turn the steering wheel all the way to the right and just slam the gas and hold it, I will start doing donuts. But with this car, not quite as much. This FOV is definitely different. Damn. Hey, Berselli. Yeah, that's right. He recognizes the talent. I just look, what can I say? I watched that Senna biopic on Netflix, and I got I think I get it. I think I get what that guy was on about, I think I understand. You can't keep the car on the road. There's too much power under the hood, especially in this guy. Too much downshift. What's annoying is that the side mirrors don't work. Because I keep instinctively Damn. Another off track. I keep instinctively looking there, because that's what you do in a real car. But it's like they've been taped down. Yeah, this works way different than the Mazda. My last iRacing experience was on this track, but it was with the MX-5. And I had some cool moments. Ah, damn. We're gonna lose some safety rating here. If no gap, go for then no racer. Wait. If no gap, go for then no racer. You know, it is really hot in my room, so I might be delirious, but I can't read that. I don't know what you're trying to say. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I've actually really been paying a lot of attention to the MX-5 series. The real equivalent, and... Man, it looks like so fun. I wanna go down to, like, Florida or something when they're in St. Petersburg and go watch one of their races. I got to watch a Miata race, but I don't think it was the MX-5 Cup. It was like the NA or ND or NB or whatever Miata. And again, it's so weird to me to do this. Oh my god, I can't stay on the track. I just can't stay on the track on that turn. It's so different than the Miata. Yeah, it's weird to me because I'm using a sequential. I had this whole bullshit with my shifter, and I wanted to get like a cool knob for it, and the one that I got didn't have the same connector. It was like apparent that Thrustmaster just makes non-standard equipment because they like to fuck with people, and it was a pain in the ass to try to get the correct connector so my shifter knob that I paid money for could actually work with my my Thrustmaster shift stick. And since I already got this one on, I've decided to leave it. I'm glad that with this car, you could do either a sequential or H-pattern. I think it's cool that there's a car that allows you to do that. Because I just assumed it was only going to be H-pattern. And when I started this, I was like, oh, man. Oh, man, I'm probably going to have to change it. Because I forgot that with this car, I always do H-pattern. But no, we're good. I guess because it's rookies, it's this kind of like an entry-level car that people race. They're like okay with it. Anyway, I've definitely lost my form with this. I've definitely lost my form with this car for sure. Yeah, that's a lot easier with the Miata. From what I remember. Now this... Okay. I just gotta kill the speed a little bit more. Why did they invent the sequential shifter? What was wrong with H pattern? I I get that sequential just kind of like fits if you're drifting or something, but it just seems like there was nothing wrong with H pattern. All right, there wasn't a whole lot of people. This will just be a nice little warm up. Sequential is just faster. Well, it's faster unless you want to get down to like you want to jump down like 2 gears. You know, you can immediately go down 2 gears or up 2 gears. Well, you really wouldn't be going up 2 gears, but you can immediately go down 2 gears if you wanted to with the H pattern. Or at least quickly. You go from like 4, 3, 2. No, I guess if you do it immediately, you just you'd break your engine. Yeah. So I had to buy another piece to connect the knob to the stick of the shift stick base. I guess you could call it. Um, it's still a little bit loose. I guess it wasn't tight enough. It's still like a little bit loose. It twists, which I don't like. I don't think it should twist, but I can grab it real quick, push up or push down. Whereas before it was kind of like wiggly too. Like really wiggly. Is that if you are skipping gears on the downshift, you've made a mistake. No way. Okay. I'm just gonna let everyone die in turn 1. Remember, this is the rookies. Rookies and probably a very low split. Wow. No one died in turn 1. I guess I should have pushed it. I see him. Damn. No Rex equals strategy is cooked. Yeah, right? That's the strategy. Wait for people up front to wreck and then just capitalize on it. Look, as long as first place, what am I? I'm 8th. As long as first place through 7th all wreck each other, dude, I could easily win this. That's a gimme. Jeez Louise. That's not how Alex Zanardi took the corkscrew. White car. Yeah, there's some decent guys. We are so bad. Oh man. You know, I love when I talk to my friend that I haven't talked to in a while, and they're using memes that are just like super popular that I'm just like too old to understand. Damn. Also, I think I might be going crazy from the heat. Because I swear I saw one of those cars and it looked like it was painted like the Mystery Machine. We are making our way to the front, boys. Also, Berselli, you may have not seen this update, but so now in iRacing, when you see a little flag that comes up that's like yellow and red, that's telling you that there's pebbles on the track, like coming up. Because they added pebbles to the game. Oh man, look at me, look at me. I'm a regular, I don't know what you'd call it. I'm a regular something or other. But, I would kill for an opportunity to race one of these cars. I want to know what it feels like to drive a open wheel car. You can get them for only like 20K. The strategy is working, boys. So maybe Berselli can kind of inform me on this since he's such an open wheel connoisseur. But I looked it up and it was explained to me, but I'm still having trouble putting it into practice. But like properly braking in a car like this, I feel like I just end up locking up the brakes constantly. and it's bugging me because, you know, what I saw online was that basically you can slam the brakes, but you have to like let go and keep it like at a percentage and like gradually lift off to 0 when you're ready to get off the brakes. That's kind of what I've seen. But again, for some reason, every time I hit the brakes, every time I try it, I have all these problems, like for instance that. And now fourth has caught up to me. Ooh, damn, that guy was like a missile. That was a really good pass. And if it's Jeff Gordon, put the son of a bitch in the wall. Yo, Ethroniar. What's up? I think I see Kugla too. I'm not 100% sure. Kugla is gonna indoctrinate me into VR world. He's gonna help me set up VR, so maybe I'll be able to get VR running on iRacing, which is gonna be a trip. I don't know if I'm ready for VR and iRacing, but that's why I bought it, so that's what I want. I'm not sure if that was Kugler for just... I just saw Bersailles. Yeah, with Formula cars, assuming you're in something with a lot of downforce. I don't know, we gotta go ask Larry Mack. We gotta ask Larry McReynolds to see if this car has a lot of downforce. We gotta see the Toyota Cutaway car. Oh, man. See, I wish Berselli was a bigger NASCAR fan and actively watched it so that I can make jokes like that and he'll get it. You can jam the brake and ease off. It might not apply to these though, since they don't seem to have a lot of aero. Yeah, they also don't have tails. They do not have tails. Oh, that was an off track. That was an off track. That wasn't a foul. A little too early to lift, but it's. I'm getting the hang of it a little bit. Sixth is coming up on. Sorry, fifth is coming up on me though. Damn it. Back out. Get off the track safely. No incident. No safety rating. I wish I could play this game and not have to worry about safety rating. You know that meme where there's like the guy and he like has 4 doors and they all have stuff written on them and there's like all this like virtuous stuff and then there's something really like selfish and petty on the last door that he's kicking open? For me, it's that door, the petty door is... I want to play iRacing with no safety rating system. Woo! Oh man, I'm gonna lose so much safety rating tonight. And I was hoping to get into the IndyCar series too. But yeah. I can't believe there's still 3 minutes left of this. corkscrew. Yeah, I'm having real problems with my brakes locking up. MotoGP races here occasionally. The corkscrew on a bike seems wild. Oh yeah. Man, I saw this crazy bike crash. MotoGP bike crash. Where like this one, I wonder if you'll even know the one I'm talking about. But there's this one dude that falls off his bike, and he basically almost gets like his head cut off by the driver, the other biker's front wheel, because like he literally is sliding in across while the biker is coming from behind, and it's just it is like inches, and that could have been some crazy like fatality. I feel like if I had something like that happen to me, I don't know if I would do bikes again after that. But yeah, that was crazy. Oh, 8.2 seconds. That's practically the whole course. Damn it. Ah, fuck. I see someone coming. I'm like trying to race as if I haven't not done iRacing in 2 weeks. But yeah, classic road rash moment. Mm-hmm. That was almost a road crash. I mean, that would have been such a brutal injury. I wonder if it might be a good idea to just short shift sometimes, just to get into the faster gear. Just to get into the faster gear faster. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, that turn doesn't work quite as well than what I'm used to. I guess one more for good measure. Yikes. Well, okay. There's a lot of really good stuff. There's a lot of really good stuff on the menu this week, so that was not great, but a little warm up. No, I didn't. I got 7th. What the hell are they talking about? What was I gonna say? Yeah, the at the end of the stream, I am gonna have to change to my H pattern. I'm gonna have to change to my H pattern because there's a really nice NASCAR race. It's Pocono with the Legends cars, and I don't think I've done Legend cars there yet, so I'm curious to see what that's gonna be like. But yeah, Spy Laguna Seca. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, Entroniar. Let me see. Let me see. Oh man, I don't even want to look at the results. Ah. We will quit. Okay. I think the reason he may have said that I did really well was because I got one better than I gridded. But that's fine. So I'm at 244 safety rating for Formula. I actually have my highest I rating with Formula cars. So that's interesting. Yeah, I took a hit to safety rating, but not terrible. But yeah, that was sorry, safety and I rating, but that was actually my highest category, but now it's down to ovals. But they're like neck and neck. I really need to pick up my uh step up my game with road cars, road course racing. Let's see. So there's the NASCAR Legends. There's another open wheel series, but I'll save that for a little bit. Shit, what was the other thing I had that I really wanted to check? Stock Ford Coupe. Oh, right. The production cars at Mid-Ohio. Okay. I gotta update it. I don't know if I'll be able to update it in 30 seconds. But that was the other guy. Alright, alright, alright. People, people. Can we make it? 26 seconds to go. I probably... Yeah, no, I won't be able to make it. I knew I should have updated while I was working. But yeah, they have the production car challenge by SimLab at Mid-Ohio, which that is a bunch of different cars, which makes it pretty cool. All right, and back to iRacing. Yeah, unfortunately, I missed the window on that one. So let's see what else I could do instead. Yeah, the next one is at 10:30. I don't want to change my... I don't want to change my my setup to H pattern just yet. So I guess I could do the MX5 Cup at Charlotte, which I'm not crazy about. It's 30 minutes. Okay, why can't I register though? It's weird. Am I in something else? No, I'm not. There we go. Okay, so I'll do the Charlotte race, and if I have time afterwards, I'll jump into the USF 2000 or whatever. It's an open wheel race car, bigger than the one that I just did, the Formula 1600. But regardless, I kind of have to get used to like a lot of it. Yeah. Like I really like the Charlotte Oval, but the Charlotte Road Course, I don't mesh well with, which you know, like Daytona, I like both the oval and the road course. I like the road course a lot. But for some reason Charlotte just I don't know, it doesn't it's not really for me. But whatever, maybe this is the time to get better at it. At least with the MX5 car, I'm like, that's probably like my most familiar, I'm familiar with this car that I have in iRacing, because I do like all the MX5 Cup stuff. So I do have a little benefit there. Driving below the double white line is permitted as long as the driver returns to the track safely without causing contact. Interesting. Exception. Driving below the double white line on the apron in the high bank corners, oval turns 1 and 2, 1, 3, 4 is prohibited. So you can't go on the apron in the high bank turns. That's odd. That's odd that they would do it that way, but whatever. Whatever. I mean, what if you just want someone to safely pass you, or you kind of have like an incident or something? It kind of feels like that's what the apron is for. You know, to stay off the track. See, this is what I'm talking about. Wow. That was fatal to this car. I just completely had no control. Let me jump back into practice. Bam. Oh, I'm assuming they just gave me the new car. Yeah, after that hit, there was like no control on the car. I thought I could kind of brush it off. I don't know why I shifted. Sometimes, as like a beginner, I feel like you get into this mindset that every time you turn, you have to downshift. Damn it. Case in point. But yeah, case in point. Also, I don't know what's wrong with that. So if I go down here, I can't? Slow down, yield. I see. I see. Funny. But yeah, I don't know. I love this car. I love this car. Man, we're driving a Miata. We're always slowing down. But like, yeah, I really like this car. This track hates me. So yeah, you can't go below that line. Which feels like sacrilege to me, but whatever. That's pit road. I don't want to go there. Now that's where I should have downshifted. So here is fine. This is okay. According to the game. But the ovals, no. That's also not an off track. That's interesting. I gotta find some better way to take that turn. Definitely don't want to come into this in one. Oh man. And that kind of okay. That kind of is an off track. That's all I could really tell there was that I jumped something. I could not tell that I was actually off the track, but I guess I was. By the way, I connected with this content creator because their videos always pop up for me on YouTube. It's typically just iRacing stuff. Typically also for NASCAR specifically. But I noticed that he mentioned in his comments or whatever. Ah, damn. My bad. Okay, cool. They're protected. Funny that I'm mentioning this while I'm crashing, but yeah. He does lessons for ovals mostly. So, oh, you can cut that? I didn't know you could cut that. That's funny. Let me see how other people do a lap for a second. We still have like a minute or two. But yeah. I was thinking about investing in some lessons for... I was thinking about investing in some lessons. I see. I see what I was doing different. I was thinking of investing in some lessons because I go to like Las Vegas, which is such an interesting track, and I'm absolute like garbage. And I'm realizing that there's just different types of ovals, and there's so many of them that I could still use help with. So hopefully this dude is good at those tracks. Wow. This is the guy to beat. That's the guy to pass. Yeah, I just want to see how some of these turns are taken. Probably a little too far into the grass. Interesting. Interesting, I see. So I completely fucked that turn up. And yeah, it looks like here you can kind of cut all of that. You can ignore like that corner part of the blue line. That's interesting. Okay. More practice, because I need it. They also changed the lighting system for iRacing as well. Not my intention, but cool. I mean, you could just not do that. Wait, I tried to hit practice. Interesting. I want to like completely redo how I do that turn. But yeah. Ooh, nice battle. See, like, this track just brings out something from the MX-5 that I don't like. I don't have to deal with this in Seika. I don't have to deal with this even in, like, Watkins Glen or something. But this track, I just hate this track. I want to be better at it, but I just, like, I hate it. Ugh, and I keep spinning out. I also wonder, I don't remember, but I wonder if we do... if we do a rolling start here, or if we do a grid start. I don't feel like I did anything wrong there. I feel like he went a little too hard into me. Oh, we can actually get his point of view. Yep, I'm coming out. I'm obviously a lot slower. But I'm still going to try to take the turn. He just has to take it better than me. Yeah, that was his fault. Did not... I left him like the entire track, so that was not my fault. That was not my intention. I gotta find out what the fuck do you do here when you start losing it with this specific car. Like how do you get out of the slide? Because I've noticed this also with the GR86. They kind of like they kind of become just they become boats when they become boats when it starts spinning, and there just isn't any way to like fix it. You know, I can kind of fix that with some other cars. I could do that pretty good with NASCAR too. You know. But these are not drift cars to me. Not in most turns. Like 90% of the time, no. That one turn in Seika that I love so much, sure, but like everywhere else I don't like this car getting kind of sideways on me for even a second. But yeah. Classic. Classic. Classic Charlotte. That guy's like, damn. I know that feeling in other tracks where I'm better than this fucking track with this fucking car. So, my bad, but yeah. He's gonna slingshot. I got the bottom, though, so it's gonna be a little bit harder for him to go. Yeah, we'll get some of his draft. Let's see where he breaks. Damn, I pushed him a little. I pushed him a little bit much. Funny. Yeah, I think he was probably looking in his mirror and he missed his braking zone. But I'm like, yeah, where's he gonna brake? All things that happen to me in racing too. You know, I look in my mirror too much. I get nervous. I miss my inputs. Um, you know, I think I did something really important during that lap though, and that was the fact that I basically, for like a second, I knew there was someone behind me, and I kind of figured that he was far enough that it didn't really matter what I was gonna do. So I just like completely stopped paying attention to the mirror for that second. I'm not gonna obviously do that all the time, but right there it felt totally fine to just ignore the mirror. Because it was like whatever he's gonna do I can't control, but I'm already like committed to my line. Kugla, thank you for the thank you for shouting everybody out. I'm gonna do the launch control thing. It might be important for this. I don't know if we do rolling start here. I know that they do rolling start for the MX-5 Cup in Daytona, and it was kind of a disaster when they did it at the last race. Yeah. I gotta stop taking that turn. Like I've been doing this all night. Watch me obliterate my safety rating. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll take really clean laps. Clean laps. No spin outs allowed on this one. Oh man. I think since I didn't make it, I could still reset the qualifying lap. Whoops. Trying to be really artsy with the way I use the clutch pedal. Ah, damn. A lot heavier contact on that one. Well, I still didn't make it to the end, so let's reset. I thought I did okay here. I guess I carried a little too much speed. I probably should have downshifted on the when I went airborne. Damn, killed it. Damn. Well, as long as I don't have too much damage, I'll hold on to it. It is going to invalidate the lap, but actually, this isn't even a lap. This is the warm-up. Alright, let me try it again. Something like that, I guess. You know, this might not be worth it. Maybe I should have just practiced for the other open wheel thing. I saw Charlotte road course on the schedule, and I'm like, I'm gonna avoid the temptation to do this track. It seems cool. It really does. It seems like I'm gonna have a good time, but I just never do. Ah, man. Nasty off track. forgot that line is recommended but not enforced. It's just weird because here it is. I feel like they could kind of change the painting of it to indicate that there you could pass it, like at the very entrance to that corner, but later on when it becomes the oval's apron, you can't. Like, you could pass it here too, which is pretty cool. Alright, as long as I don't jump off the track again, I think I should be fine. But yeah, I was gonna start No More Heroes today. That was the plan. I saw the schedule for iRacing yesterday and I was like, holy crap. Maybe I should do this instead. I wonder if I should have went all the way up. Like, is this not using the most of the... not using the whole track, as they say? But yeah. See, this is what happens when I turn that auto line that they give you, that you could just follow. Guys, did you know that there's just a line in iRacing? You don't have to figure any of this stuff out yourself. You could just turn the line on. Damn. It takes these cars at 1:40 to get around. That is like go-kart speeds. I'm gonna keep going because I need a little bit of more practice. I only got 4th, and it looks like I didn't get better than my best lap. But yeah, that was fun. The official race is only 12 minutes, so I'll be able to hop into that 1:30 production car race. So then I'm gonna have to learn how to race in Ohio. Sorry, mid-Ohio. Let's see, how many of us are there in here? Oh man, it's kind of slim pickings. Not a whole lot. If there's a lot more people and everyone gridded, I probably would have been towards the end. But a lot of folks just don't grid. So now I'm stuck up front. Which is equal parts good and terrifying. Oh, man. How's it going, Nitronio? How you doing, my friend? Hope your day is well. Oh, 12 minutes. 12 minutes of my nightmare. Nightmare race. Nightmare fuel. So something tells me that this is just going to be like a grid start. Because there's, from what I see, there's no pace car. I think it's going to be a grid start, in which case... Yep. That's cool. Are you working on like a game or software? Oh shit. Go left. I know how to do that. What's wrong with going in circles? Not those kind, Ross. Alright. So it looks like people just don't... Looks like people don't really slow down here. Man, this red car took out that other guy, and I'm looking at like him... I'm looking at him like a ticking freaking time bomb. Get some of his draft. Oh my god. 4th place really caught up. I'm sure he's gonna protest that. Or he may protest that. I probably gave him nowhere to go and he just hit the chicane. I'm probably still too too low of a skill level to pass too wide into a turn like that. And I got another off track. But that's okay. I'm second for a second. Ah, damn. A little bit of both. I make a lot of my own game systems. Game systems? Is that like an emulator or something? But that's really cool. I know maybe like I maybe know like one person that's like actually making a game, so it just seems like such an endeavor to set out and do that. The only thing I've ever like whoops, I don't know why I hit 3. The only thing that I've ever had like a creative thing to go out and do something like that is at one point I wanted to create a graphic novel. But yeah, that was a long time ago. A long time ago, and the story, no pun intended, didn't really play out very, very good. Frameworks is a better term, but I have dabbled in emulation. Nice. Well, I'm excited to eventually, at one point, see what you're cooking up, because I know you'll share it. I know you'll share it, right? You'll share it, right? Because, yeah. Like, that's cool that you play games and stream them, and then you're also working on one or a couple of systems. So you kind of have, like, both perspectives of it. That probably would be able to really prepare you to make a game better, you know? Like it's almost like you're your own QA tester. Your own pool of ideas. But yeah. Advertising. I literally just got the fastest lap and then right away got it taken away from me. But yeah, I would be down to advertise your game, bro. Don't even think about it. That's pretty much our bread and butter at this point, with what we do on our YouTube channel, on TSG. You know, and we're about to get into a lot of it too. But yeah, like I love seeing stuff in progress. And it does make it a little bit weird for you, like, if you wanted to be, like, a fan of the game, to, It might make it a little bit weird for you because you're watching the game from step one. That's why I usually don't really do early access and stuff. Because then I just want the game to be kind of, like, finished, you know? But it still is cool to see it develop. Just ideas take shape and stuff. And I don't know if you ever heard of it, but there's this game called Skate Story. If it does come out this, if it comes out this year, oh, that was my fastest lap. If it comes out this year, I think Skate Story might be the best skateboarding game that comes out this year. There's like a really good chance. Just depending on how the final product is. But I've been watching that game for a while now, since PAX 2020. And watching it develop, watching the like new demos that you get to play at the conventions has been a treat. Okay, one of the things I gotta describe about this track that I hate at this track. Yeah, one of the things I hate about this track is just the fact that on that downhill you can't see the edge. I almost wish they would put like a cone or something there. Because you go over the hill and coming down the hill, again, you don't really know where the edge of the track is. So it's crazy. It almost feels like a Laguna Seca too. VD coming in with the first. I'm sure VD is not happy with today's stream. Like I said, it was going to be No More Heroes, but man. I just saw the iRacing lineup and it's like, man. Some good stuff this week. Ah, damn. I think the key to racing is just consistency. Risk-taking is definitely a part of it. But, like, consistency. I can't just, towards the end of a race, start trying, like, super new shit that I haven't done yet before at this track because it may not work. You know, like, I don't have the best grasp of every way to take that turn because I'm so new. Alright, let me see. We got 2.5 minutes left. I am being chased now, which sucks. But yeah. That's it. That's it. I'm getting fourth. Damn, I hit my keyboard too. I'm sure we do. I didn't even know I made contact with anything. But yeah, right here, you can't see where the edge of the track is, and it's so narrow that I feel like drivers are just gonna go off of that all the time. But yeah. Maybe a little bit of engine braking there would help. Left foot braking. Anyway. That sucks, because I would have been happy with a third place. I mean, something I'm doing just isn't ideal yet. Not the fastest way, but whatever. Whatever. Only 4 incidents, so not terrible. I just feel like when we get to the top of this bank after that turn, it would be so perfect to be more higher in the revs. That way you could get into 3 a lot faster. More speed. Sometimes more speed comes down to just how quickly you could get into the next gear. But whatever. I had a pretty consistent race for what I was expecting, so I'm okay with that. I won't challenge the results. I wonder if I'm gonna get protested though. For that thing that happened earlier. Cool. 4th place. Alright. We'll see how nice the run was. Alright, let's see how we did. Because I want to go to that turn where, again, I probably messed up. Someone here turned someone, I remember that. Yeah, the 11 turned the 4. That sucks. And I was so worried about that guy, but yeah, there wasn't really much catching up with the other dude. The dude to the front. Guy really like swerved here. I don't know what's going on with him. And then I can't take the best spot there. I think, does he turn out here or something? I could have sworn he spun out. I guess not. Yeah, this is where it happened. I think I forced him through the chicane. Oh no, I think I did all right. It definitely made it harder for him to take the turn the way that he wanted to, but I think I was able to cut through without too much of a problem to him. Oh no, I see he went. I see what happened. Let me do... Yeah, I think far chase will be fine. I did take his line away. But... if we just back it up... How do I do frame? I think it's here, right? Nope. Oh, jeez. This godforsaken track. Yeah, I think... There you go. I think if he, I think if he just slowed down enough, it's possible we would have made contact, but I think he could have gone through still. Like, if he was a lot less, towards the inside of the chicane there, we probably could have collided, but maybe it would have been close that he would have just ended up right behind me. I don't know. I definitely, I would say, like, kind of intimidated him on that one. That's why he went out there, but yeah, like, I don't completely think that was my fault. That's just the product of good hard racing. That's how it goes. It looks like I lost some safety rating for that, but very little. No, I gained. That's interesting. I gained 0.01. So yeah, still very little. What do we got else? What else we got? So the production car challenge. I kind of want to do another one of those. I don't think jumping around is the best idea, but whatever. I paid money for this track, so I want to use it. So I'm gonna try a Renault, BMW, the Toyota 86, or the MX-5. I'll try the MX-5. MX-5 at Mid-Ohio. So we'll kind of see. We'll see how that goes. Oh, that's interesting. I gotta update my title. I didn't even catch that. Let me see. I had such a clever, catchy title. That's probably why Berselli was here in the first place. Saw that badass title that I started with, but for some reason it's gone now. Oh, man. So, I guess after this, because it's going to get kind of later, and those races are going to run longer, and I want to do at least 2 of them if I can. Yeah, I want to do... I got to switch to the H pattern. Yeah, I got to switch to the H pattern so we could do Pocono. Okay. I'm not familiar with this track, so I am going to put the racing line on. Just to kind of... just so I could get like 2 or 3 laps with it. And then I could turn it off, potentially. Alright. Alright, guide me line, guide me line. Again, if I'm not familiar at a track, I definitely want to use the line just to know where the hell to go. So yeah, right. This is gonna be a race where you have different classes of cars. So of course you have a BMW. So of course that means it's not using its blinker. But yeah, those cars are gonna pull off ahead, because I'm assuming the MX-5 is the slowest. Oops. Can I go to 6? I can. I have a 6? Yeah, I remember this track, and not doing too well at it. All right. How did I get an off track for that? I came back on the track. That should be an on track. It should negate the 1x that I got. But yeah, Mid-Ohio. I don't know how I feel about this place. To me, it almost just feels like a bigger Lime Rock Park, in a sense, like the way that the facility is. And I think they do IndyCar here. They used to do the NASCAR Truck Series here. I know that. And I'm pretty sure they do like IMSA and stuff. Maybe the MX-5. It definitely looks like a fun track. I can't hate it. I just have zero experience here. Nope, I needed to stand in the brake a little more. Looks like it's an 8.6 followed by another 8.6. Maybe I should just do the 8.6 instead. It's like so tempting to kind of like fight with them a little bit more. But I can't forget what car I'm in, you know. I might just lose control and they're going to be able to pull away from me anyway. Too much braking. That's not a fun feeling, but that's the group series for you. You know, someone's gonna have to be the slower car. It's weird. And I know people kind of have pointed out how, like, it sucks to be a Miata here. It's just brutal. It sucks to be the slowest class because you're always gonna get passed. And everyone else thinks that they're like... Everyone thinks that they're like a freaking world-class racer. And they'll try to make some stupid pass on you and just absolutely wreck everything. But yeah. Wow. I think even blinking wouldn't save that BMW. Man, these BMWs really need to get it together. We are witnessing in action the age-old adage of slow and steady wins the race, I guess. I love during like the silly week of iRacing, the final week of the season, they do all kinds of crazy stuff. And they had one where it was like a Miata, something else, and a freaking NASCAR truck. It was pretty cool. I liked it. I want to go back to that. Yeah, it's becoming like painfully obvious that I just don't know how to run this track. I was trying to make way for the Miata that's faster than me, and then the BMW shows up and it's like, damn. I'm in danger. Okay. I think I can take the line off. I think. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, I want to see that again. That was really funny. Take a look at the chopper. I guess let's try blimp. So I noticed that the red... I guess I bottlenecked the traffic a little bit. Because I noticed all I saw was the red car, and then I come out and I see the BMW, and it's like, damn. Yeah, right there. So that looks a lot worse on me. That looks a lot worse on me. It's like... Oh, he just totally blocked. You know what? You didn't see the guy coming, and I just really did not see him. Until I was right in front of him. Let me take the driving line off. Making this way more dangerous. I definitely wouldn't say that I'm ready. Like, I'm definitely not ready for without the driving line, but whatever. We'll manage somehow. Usually you could do okay just by seeing the person in front of me, but obviously I don't have anyone in front of me. I think this is a, yeah, right-hander. I think here we have to brake. I know people are kind of like, oh yeah, just turn off the driving light. It actually makes it easier to start memorizing tracks. But I don't know, my memory is terrible, so does not apply to me. Case in point. Yeah. Okay. How can you get an off track again when you're coming back onto the track? It's weird. It's kind of weird. Like I can kind of do I can kind of do a lap, I can kind of not. It just depends on factors and reasons. Hmm. Well, I really wanted to do the USF 2000 race, which is another open wheel race. But I think I'm just going to leave it for Pocono. I think I'm just going to switch back to the H pattern and just do two races of Pocono. I think I had my fill on open wheel and other stuff. I also, once again, I don't know that track, so I'd have to relearn it. Or, sorry, I have to learn it. I will say, though, it took me, what, maybe 5 laps to kind of start feeling this track out. I don't hate it as much as I hate the Roval. Like, I feel like my car is in a lot more control over here than it is there. Except that time. That time it wasn't in control.
They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give up the time gain.
I could not stop in time. The car just would not stop. Whoops. See, the sequential is just messing me up. I'm still not used to it.
Green, green, green.
I'll flip it, because I need to get... I need more practice. I think this is one of the parts I hated most about this track, was that kind of so close to shifting on some of these points. You go back into one and then it's like immediately go back into two. I don't remember what comes here.
Flag, green flag.
Damn it. Like, I'm getting everything.
First time lap.
I've kind of put like the whole deal together. It's the very end that's getting to me. Definitely don't need to downshift there. But yeah, that final turn is becoming a problem for me when it wasn't before. Damn. I freaked myself out for a second. And I think here is a really tight, or it's not necessarily a tight turn, but it's kind of like a winding turn. It takes like a while to get through that. Probably not the best way to handle it, but sure. Let's see where my qualifying is at. Interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind. I guess if I hit that top or higher speed, I can't really touch the strip there that separates pit road from the track. Hey, Focal Frank, we don't make mistakes, we just have happy accidents. Well, I gotta say, this stream has been nothing but mistakes. But we'll see what happens when I go to Pocono. That'll probably be tough too, because it's the Legends NASCAR. Cars, still something I'm working on. But yo, how you doing? I think I owe you pictures, so you can kind of see how the FX3 does. So coming up here, not the craziest of turns, you could still take it pretty fast. But this part kind of sucks. I'll just double apex it. Or never mind, single apex. Single apex, the way to go. There's the checker flag. Alright, let me see if I can't take this a little better. Yeah, I guess you don't need to brake there. Yeah, for sure. For sure, yeah. No, I'm excited. I mean, if you're joining us on Sunday, I can bring it. Maybe. Potentially. We'll see. Definitely the following week, though. You'll get to see it. Alright, where are we at? Ooh, damn, we got a good amount of people in here. Wow, I qualified dead last. Ouch. But that's alright. It looks like purple is the MX5 category. Yeah, damn, there's like 40 cars here. It doesn't seem like that big of a track. It's amazing though that after the fastest category of car, that's the ones in the yellow, there's one Mazda MX-5. Like that's crazy. But they still grid on 24. So yeah, we're pretty much way in the back. These races always get crazy.
Line up on the right side. The estimated strength of field is 1,498. Pit road is closed. Let's go points racing.
Okay. Man, those gloves are really tight. But how's your day, Franco? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're ready to see, what is this, like 15 laps of racing, something like that. We'll be here for a little bit. But man, I'm not used to this track, and the Mazda likes to snake bite you from time to time. Tio always reminds me of the guy in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Yeah, I wish I could use a UAV if I'm not doing well in the race. Yeah, no, I mean that's racing, because you know you need to have that spotter. Now in a race like this, I wonder how they get to see. I wonder how they get to see stuff, because um yeah, like, so if you go to like Daytona or Talladega, there are stands all the way on the top, all the way on the top of the stands, the grandstands. They have a bunch of like team members from the race car, from the racers, and those guys are pretty much doing the same thing as this guy that's talking, the guy that sounds like Modern Warfare. So they're your, like, they're your eyes, and you have constant communication with the racer. But here I'm kind of thinking, like, where do they see, like, how do they have like a vantage point here when like an oval is a little bit more enclosed than a road course, you know? But yeah. What's also cool too is you can get someone to like join you in iRacing and spot you. So you can have an actual spotter watching along, like spectating the race and telling you stuff. But I mean, I don't know anyone like that, so I'm not sure what to say. It would be cool to have a spotter, but yeah. Oh, he's got a PC issue. Man, maybe you should ask Bulb. Bulb usually knows good stuff about that. Just thinking that was check one two. Are there multiple people doing that? Yeah, like that's kind of my question. I'm wondering if it's maybe there's just a drone and every spotter gets like a feed on their car or something. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Seems everything is working well now. Oh, that's good. It's actually funny that you say that because I'm also I also need to get together with Bulb at some point so you could take a look at my PC for some of the random issues I've had.
Green flag, green flag. Left side. Clear on the left. Left side. Clear on the left. Car right.
I got bumped and run. Yeah, I'm not really surprised because this just is not my track. Okay, so they do a bit of braking. A little bit of light braking. I don't mind taking that turn with no brake. You just can't hit that rumble strip, otherwise you're gonna have a bad time. But yeah. Yeah, I missed that race. Yeah, I definitely want to go back. I've already explained to you why I think about that race all the time, but yeah. Ooh, no! Oh, man, I should have hit the brakes. Ah, fuck. Shit.
We got damage on the front end.
He spun out, and then I just did not apply my brakes enough to stop before hitting him, but yeah. I guess I'll pull into the pits. Oh, man, I'm already on a 5X. I guess I'll pull into the pits. See if I can't get it fixed.
Car stop on the left.
I still don't know what that sound is.
Pit boxing 10. 5. 3. 2. 1. Right here.
I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Oh, this session might just auto fix it for you. Where's the chat? My bad, 36.
We're done. Get going.
All right. We're done. You heard the man. Should have told him he couldn't park there. Yeah. I'm getting worried now because, like, whenever I tend to still make a good amount of mistakes. And whenever I make a mistake, I'm worried that if I don't message them and say, like, hey, you know, like, oh, I messed up, that was on me. I feel like I'm going to get protested a lot because oh, this guy, you know, he fucked up. But yeah, I just should have like absolutely slammed on the brakes. I think as a racer, you kind of just like your mindset is I want to see if I can still get through this. If I can still get through this without stopping myself. Like if there's still some way to take this turn, not hit him, make it to the other side, and then you know, I'm like we're all good. I don't have to worry about just hitting the brakes and completely stopping my race. Because that guy was in front of me. But you gotta kind of shut that off sometimes, and it's difficult.
Left side. Still there. Clear on the left. Left side. Clear.
I'm also at the point where pretty much everyone in the front is passing me. Like, the whole fastest lap is coming up on me.
Clear.
And I've said this before, and I've seen people talk about this, but, like, you know, I think it's perfectly reasonable to not want to give up a spot and move out of the way. But at some point, you're just a roadblock because these cars go, like, way faster than you, so it's just better to do it. You know, you don't really stay unless you want to get crashed or something. Or again, possibly protested. But yeah. You didn't know weight mattered in Formula 1? Oh yeah. I mean, the thing is with those cars, they're, you know, they're all regulated, so here stuff is regulated too, but like in Formula 1 and NASCAR and a lot of racing series, you know, you're pretty much driving the exact same car. They have to make it somewhat of a level playing field. So you're, you know, you're gonna have cars that are exactly the same weight.
Car stop on the left. Go right.
BMW probably forgot to use his turn signal. That turn signal has a spider web on it, so he's just terrified of spiders. He's an arachnophobe.
Right side. Keep to the left. The car in P1.
Oh, that's interesting. Those are faster than the Miata?
517. Clear.
I thought they'd be slower. Or about the same speed. But they're considered faster cars. That's funny. I guess less weight. He moved that was in the way, yeah. Yeah, his hand was always like knocking into it, and he's like, "What the fuck? What is this thing?"
Faster traffic approaching. Right side. Keep to the left.
Okay, so I wasn't trying to block him. I actually thought he would just pass me
Still there.
on the other side.
Clear on the right.
But yeah,
That was your fastest lap.
this is what it's like to be of the slowest category of car on one of these group races. You know, it has its fun. I just wish it wasn't here. I wish it was in like Seika or something. Also, they keep putting really fun endurance races. I meant to I had Sunday free and I meant to wake up because there was an endurance race in the Glen, and that would have been great. I would have loved that. I was gonna stream the whole thing, but I just didn't wake up in time. By the time I woke up, I like it was over. Like I missed my starting point, so unfortunately I missed it. But I'm just noticing like every time they do these cool, I did it again. Every time they do these really cool endurance races, it's like on a weekend. They're at random hours, and I don't understand why you can't have two on Sunday. Like, why does it just have to be one on Sunday? You know, have one at 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, and then have one at like 3 or 4 or something. Or, you know, whatever. Because they have two on Saturday, which my Saturdays are always, like, done. I can't hang out on Saturdays on iRacing. Because I'm doing other stuff.
Faster traffic approaching.
But sometimes on a Sunday, I'm just sitting around doing nothing. I just don't want to wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning.
The leader is running 36.92.
Ooh. Next time. Oh, yeah. NASCAR racers drive a normal car in the day activities. Yeah. Yeah, remember when they were... Remember also when they were introducing everyone? They did this cool thing where all of them are on a pickup truck, and the trucks are just doing laps, so they're like waving to the fans. That must feel really fun. There's a lot of cool like festivities to the beginning of a race.
The leader is coming up on you. They're not at fight.
Of course there are fight. Hopefully they can make it to me at a point in the track that there's a straight.
Faster cars approaching. Car on your left. Still there. Clear on the left.
Wait, that's the leader? How could that be the leader?
Keep to the right. Clear. Left side. Clear on the left. Car right. Clear on the right.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Faster traffic approaching. Right side. Still there. Hold your line. Clear.
So that's another thing with not having a live spotter, like your friend or something. As that car was passing me, I already knew I was clear because he was the only one behind me. You know, he had already... I saw him to the front now, and it's like, okay, so obviously he's not there anymore. That wouldn't be possible. But the spotter, at that moment, when he passed me, said, oh, he's behind you. You're not clear. You know, there's like this delay that like a couple of seconds later, then he's like, oh yeah, now you're clear.
Car right.
God, this car is... This track is really hard to give up positions to faster traffic. The road is just so... The road is just so narrow. Usually there's not a lot of space for me to go to escape. And just let them pass. That was my new fastest lap. That's funny. And this will be my slowest lap. But yeah. Yeah, because it's just like an AI, you know? It's just like an AI, so it gets kind of, it's on a delay. It's not perfect. I think what they could kind of do is, like, cut him off. So if he goes, oh, you're not clear, but then suddenly you are clear, it's like, just cut him off. You're clear, you're clear. Damn. There you go. And that's how you enter traffic safely. Just use your mirror. See, that's also something that doesn't work really good, because it's like, I'm doing really well. I'm 32nd out of like almost 40 racers. If this is going well, I don't want to see what not well is like. But yeah, see, you're into dirt racing. Oh yeah. Actually, I was thinking about, I really want to do that rally racing stuff that they have here, the rallycross. It's like the only thing that consistently every week you could get MPR on. So I think I might start doing it. Plus, they're only rookie races, so they should be pretty decent. But yeah, I guess I'm going to start working on my rallycross skills the next season, which should be fun. Oh, man. Frank, did you get that new JRPG game that just came out? It's called, like, Expedition 33 or something. I see, like, everyone on it. It looks pretty sick. Yeah. It's funny. It doesn't look like a JRPG to me at all. I want to know why everyone is like so hype off of it, but I don't want to watch someone stream it because it might spoil the game for me.
Keep to the left. Clear. That was your fastest lap of the session.
Yeah, I would love to do that at Laguna Seca. In fact, I think I did a race like this at Laguna Seca once. When they had it, it was like my most played that week because I just kept doing it one after another. Aaron said is like Legend of Dragoon. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's just the graphics of it make it look like it's like a AAA Western title. I'm like, wait, that's a JRPG? I probably don't need to downshift there.
Faster traffic approaching. Group of faster cars approaching. Left side. Clear on the left.
Shit. Another one.
Clear on the right.
I'm gonna lose so much points here.
Faster car coming up quick.
Oh, no, no, no. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. It's the hills. I just don't see what's coming. I'm gonna pit real quick. Since I'm here.
Pit boxing. 10. 5. 3. 2. 1. Right here.
Some water. But yeah. Yeah, that game looks pretty good. There's a game that's coming out at the end of May. And I am hoping to get a hoping that we get a copy of it for the channel. Because video games do be expensive. We also reached out to Xseed about getting that that Rune Factory spin-off that's coming out. Which more and more I seem a lot more interested in that game, so it would be cool if they gave us a code. I just don't really expect it because it's Xseed. They're a little bit on the more of like a bigger name studio and stuff. Oh man, I keep making mistakes. Fresh tires too. So I have all the grip. I have no reason in the world to be running off the track like that. It sucks when the group of faster cars is actually just your class. But yeah, I'm still just not great at this track. Yikes, that was close. And one more group of faster cars that are probably just my class.
Right side. Still there. Clear on the right.
Never mind, they're 8.6s. Man, those 8.6s look awesome. Look at this guy promoting himself. That's funny. This guy wants expensive followers. Sorry, cheap viewer. Whatever. What was it? Cheap viewers? Whatever they say. Fuck that. I want expensive viewers. I want oil tycoon viewers. Well, I guess I could pass that guy. Not that it matters.
Faster traffic approaching.
Oh, doesn't matter now.
There's the flag. It's over. Bring it back to the pits. We're going.
Yeah, that sucks. I guess the spotter changed his tune because before he was like, "Oh, it's going really well." Oh, well, that was really unfortunate. Let me see the results. Yeah, so I wasn't last, but I was definitely closer to it. 32 out of 38. But yeah, if you don't pick the BMW, you're not really getting up top. Let me see. There would be some cool moments from that, I'm sure. I'll just go ahead and save it. I'm sure I could use it for something. But let's see. Okay, so now, oh man. I don't even want to see what it did to my my road course racing just plummeted. So my road course racing, I think season demotion. Yeah, if it's below 2, I could get a demotion. Race clean to improve. That sucks. I gotta have something where I gotta have something that I'm like good at it and just do that like 3 or 4 times and it'll clean my safety rating up. But yeah, let's see where Pocono is at. Okay, Pocono is gonna start at 11:45. Oh man, okay. Well, I guess I'll give me some time. I'm gonna take a really quick break, and I'll be back in like 10, maybe 15 minutes, something like that. Let me just run an ad real quick, and then yeah, I'm gonna be right back. And for those of you on YouTube or subbed on Twitch, uh, thank you. Well, for the subs, but yeah, you guys don't see the ad. I throw it to BRB, and I'll be back for some Pocono, some ovals. We doing ovals.
Oh. Oh, damn. Shit. That, she did a lot of damage, not gonna lie.
I was still waiting to see if there was any more of that. Kugla, thank you for the hydrate. I actually just hydrated. Appreciate that. I need to switch to my H pattern, which is actually really funny because with these cars, I mean, we're really not going to be shifting up and down a whole lot. But yeah, rules is rules. Thank you for the hydrate. I'm looking forward to the special hangout. Let me see. Okay, I need to go get my tool set. It's been a minute since I've done this. This guy. Be the only one. Okay, that's better. We still got time. So I love this track. But yeah, because it's the car that it is. Oh, I could just use this. Interesting. Huh. I didn't know that. Okay. I guess I don't have to change it, but I already got all the stuff out, so you know, I'm not gonna not swap it. Oh, first let me take the actual piece off, which again, by the way, great purchase on eBay slash Amazon. Yes, I did end up giving some money to Amazon, but I had no choice because this piece was needed. It's crucial. There we go. So yeah, this is the shifter that I was using. It's really long, and at the very end, I don't know if you could see it, but there's like a connector. Uh, Without that, this whole system was useless. I may want to exit too, so I'm not sitting here. This might be kind of pointless. I don't know if a lot of people are going for this. I'm also sorry. I wish I had a setup where you guys could see me doing this, but yeah, I'm just right now. I'm just changing the faceplate for my shifter. These bolts are so long. Holy shit. There we go. Probably gonna need to replace these because they're really chunky. They're really like grinded up at the very top. But yeah. So if there's like 4 people registered tops, I don't think this is supposed to start in 15 minutes. I don't think this is gonna be worth it. I mean, it'll still be fun, but we're not really gonna have much of a race. I guess now that iRacing is putting a lot of emphasis on I feel like whenever there's a scenario like this, instead of it just being like, oh, now there's only 3 people in the race. When the race starts, if there's not enough drivers, they should just fill out to that minimum amount with AI controlled. I caught up on watching John Stamos play Papa Roach. Wait, what? Dude, I saw that guy live. I saw that guy live playing music. I never thought I'd be in the in the vicinity of John Stamos, let alone watching him perform. So that was pretty crazy. But Papa Roach, really? On drums. That's funny. Yeah, he seems like a classic kind of guy. So I saw him with the Beach Boys, and that was a really fun show. Yeah. He did the thing where he heard the song without the drums, so he added his own drumming. Ah, okay. I didn't know, because when I saw him, I don't think he was doing drums. I'm pretty sure he was just doing guitar and maybe backup vocals too. Beach Boys, great band if you guys never heard of them. It's they did my favorite song by them is Bob Rain. That's a fun song, and also Frank, I know you like Blind Guardian now. I got you into them. Um Blind Guardian has a Beach Boys cover, and it's good. It's really good. Okay. So this is the plate. We're taking that off, and we're gonna put on. Gonna put on the H pattern. So I actually like doing this. This is like in a stupid way. This is like fun to me. I see. Okay. Never been done before. There we go. We're back. But yeah, man. Speaking of YouTube, guys, I've been doing, in addition to streaming live on YouTube, I've also been doing YouTube videos. It's mostly been like unboxing stuff so far. I don't really have a lot of ideas for other things. Maybe I'll do another tutorial or like a time lapse of trying to set up a paint scheme in iRacing because I like doing those. So maybe we could do something like that. But yeah, I'm not gonna have a video this week because next week gonna be pretty busy. I will I will save a little bit of a bigger video for next Thursday. And then after that will be at least 2 additional card videos because I got 2 more blaster packs that I opened up. So hopefully some of you guys enjoy that. But yeah, we gotta get this show on the road. Changing the pattern on how the cookie cutter. Oh man, my old roommate that I used to live with he had a pattern for ice cubes, and it was Star Wars themed. I always thought it was really cool. I never got to use that, but it's basically like Han Solo, frozen in the cryogenic thing that they froze him in. So yeah, that was pretty funny. I always got a kick out of seeing that in the freezer. All right. Okay. I gotta change to sequential. I don't like doing this. This part bugs me. Pedals, gearbox. Okay, reverse. Done. First gear, done. Second gear, done. Third gear, done. Fourth. Fifth, we don't actually need. And done. Okay. Okay, cool. So, if you guys watched the TSG video, I made a paint scheme for Daytona USA for this car because it just fits so perfectly. So that's kind of what I got. I actually forgot about it because I haven't used these cars in a while. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Yeah, these cars get wild, and that's what I'm worried about them on this track. This track is not kind to you. There's 3 very distinct turns. It's so weird now to have this stick that like it's weird to have this stick that now you push it and it's stuck in place. That's funny, I still haven't gotten to 4th yet. But yeah, turn 1 is like hellacious sometimes. Turn 2 is pretty easy. And then turn 3, I don't know, sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Braking zone. Get a nice tailspin. Get down to 3rd too. 3rd is good. 3rd is good. Shit. We sure do. Yeah, I gotta relearn all this. I really like this racetrack, but man, it's not called a tricky triangle for nothing. You know, it feels so wrong to have the shifter be so short now. It's like, wait, what? This is what it's supposed to be like? That knob that I got for the sequential is massive. So it's just weird. I feel like this is kind of where I learned to turn on an oval. You know? Like specifically turn 2. But actually this isn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It's sticking to the ground pretty good. Yeah, it's sticking to the ground pretty good. Except that time. Still saved it. Oh, didn't save it. Unsaved it. Alright. Hop back. Yeah. I had it for a sec. I actually had it for a second. That's funny. Alright, let me try. I need to get like a good 2 laps going at least. Shit. I sure do. So wheel damage typically will just mean steering is drastically different than what you need it to be. Yeah, if you don't take turn one, like perfectly, you just run out of space and you go right up into the wall. It's crazy. But yeah, I love this series. I really enjoy these cars, but they really do get to be a bit of a problem there. That's the way to do it.
All the damage is repairable.
And repairs 3 minutes. I don't get all this driving to go back to the same place they started. What's up with that? You mean kind of like resetting or something? Like resetting to pits, basically? Yeah, it's something that... It's something that you have to get used to in iRacing because, yeah, once you... Really in most sim racing, I find. Because there's not going to be, like, little checkpoints for you. You have to come back to the pits. It's just a little bit annoying because, like, now... The qualifying is gonna bump me. So I'm not really going to get a good chance to do, like, proper laps. But if you think about it, that's realistic because if something happened that you had to, like, you know, you had to go back to the pits for and you wanted to do more laps, it's going to take you, like, a whole lap to get back up to speed. So that really is just that level of realism that they have here. But yeah, man, what am I going to do about that turn? Turn 1 and turn 3. 2 is not much of a problem. But 1 and 3 are just tough, especially 1. Yes, I'm on YouTube now. Yo, welcome, Francisco. All right, let me take a look at this. I also wonder how many people are... I wonder how many people are registered for this. I don't see anyone. This pit road is terrible. In the same way that they have, like, a separate lane for pit entrance, they should make a second lane here. Because I just don't understand how you're supposed to get from pit road onto the track right at turn 1. At, like, the start of turn 1 without causing a major accident. It's insane. Yeah, that's kind of where I learned. I love that turn so much because that's where I learned that you could kind of use the off-track parts to, like, loosen yourself up a little bit. I definitely remember that with truck racing. With the trucks, it's not that hard to turn them, but there's obviously some moments where it just will be. And in that turn, I realized, like, yeah, just scrape that, just brush up against that inner rumble strip, and it just will help loosen you to take the turn better. But yeah. That's a little more proper on how to do Pocono. Yeah, that was actually a lot better. Yeah. Yeah, Frank, it's strange. Like this iRacing just isn't a video game. iRacing is a lot different. Okay, so unfortunately there's only 11 of us. So that kind of sucks. It'll be a very like so-so race. But that makes sense because it's almost midnight. So I guess I wanted to do 2 of these, but I guess after this I'll probably just call it a night. Yeah. How long have I been streaming for? About 3 hours. 3 hours is not bad. It's a way of... Yeah, iRacing is a way of life. That's why I bought that merch. I need to rep iRacing everywhere I go. I used to wear that shit to the office when I had to work a job that I had to go into an office for. Because eventually I realized, I'm like, wait, yeah, there's like business casual or business whatever the hell they want. But I realized like a lot of folks just wear logoed hoodies. So I'm like, I'm going to wear my iRacing hoodie. I just don't care. I wore hats all the time, and I think it bugged them. Because they kept making jokes about my hats, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to wear hats. I'm the hat guy. If you have a problem with it, you got to tell me. You can't just passive-aggressively make jokes and hope that I'm going to stop wearing hats. Probably don't need to downshift there. Okay, saved it. But yeah, I kind of blamed the downshift on that one. It's funny. You know, Pocono is a road course. Sorry. Damn. Pocono is an oval. It's a triangular oval, but sometimes it feels like a road course. You know, it's just... Each turn is so specific. And I love the straights. You know. Let me try not to downshift here. Damn. Well, that's it. There goes my Hornet logo.
You've got wheel damage. We've got damage on the back end. We've got damage on the front end.
It's okay, I can still qualify. I could get faster than 6th, I know it.
That's too much mucking about. They're telling us they won't change the lap. You need to reset the car and start over.
But yeah, what was I gonna say? No, my beautiful car. Yeah, like there's some ovals that, you know, do things a little bit different. You definitely get that with Pocono. You definitely get that with Pocono. Like I said, it's an oval, but it kind of feels like a road course. Because there's not like a slight variation between the turns. There's like a big variation between how you take the turns. But whatever. And I will say, watching Pocono, not as fun. It's not bad, but it's not as fun. Like if you're watching it from the grandstands. But driving Pocono when there's like, you know, a full field, that gets to be a bit more fun. And again, I was kind of hoping that I'm probably gonna have to pop on for some iRacing maybe tomorrow, like right after work. Because Thursday I'm gonna just start No More Heroes, but yeah, like I need to see this with like a full field. It's a lot of fun, and especially with these cars. I feel like with these cars, it should be a lot better too because you're I don't know. I always felt that like with the legend cars, you have the capacity to like break away from people a lot more. And while the draft, I don't feel like the draft is as big of a deal at this track. I want to see what Legends at Pocono is like. Because Legends is usually the best NASCAR racing in iRacing. Okay. So I got like 6th or 7th or something. No, jeez, I got 10th. All right. Almost last. Well,
One to go. Next time by. Line up on the outside. Pit road is closed.
it sucks. I wish that there was like a full field for this. That would be so much better.
Estimated SOF is
1627.
627.
That's also tough for me too.
A lot of opportunities today. Head down. Pick your battle.
Mm. Mm. So 50 laps. So that's gonna be about.
Final cast grid.
It's gonna be about 50 minutes, give or take, how the cautions are. So this really is gonna be like a real race at Pocono. It's just,
Everyone's gridded.
yeah, it's only 11 cars.
Sets of tires for this race.
Smooth,
Let's
okay.
have a good run.
All right, Frank. Since you're the only one that's commenting, you're gonna be my crew chief. You get to decide when I pit for tires. Is 50 laps. I only have 2 additional sets of tires, so I'm on clean tires now.
Catch up. 11.
But you know, after like 10 or 15 laps or so, it's gonna start to wear down, and the car handling just isn't gonna be that good. So you come in pit. What we could do, left clear. Oh man. Yeah, what we could do is we could just wait, assume that a caution is gonna come out, and just pit when everyone's pitting. We'll lose a little bit of, position in the field, but it'll be pretty safe to pit at that time. Or we could stay out, depending on how the car is handling for me, if I can manage that, and then just try to wait for maybe a second caution, maybe pit under green later, whatever the case is. I think this is what makes oval racing like really fun, is the pit strategy. And that's not to say that road course racing doesn't have pit strategy, but I think that oval racing pit strategy is yeah, it's to die for. I love watching the the tense decision making that has to go into, do you stay out? Do you pit? Did we have enough fuel? All that kind of good stuff. It's fun. 10 seconds past. Totino's pizza roll is done in 30 seconds. Oh man. Damn, I got distracted with the chat.
Ready. Going green.
It's okay, we could buff that out.
Green, green, green. The pace car is in.
All right, Frank, what do I do now? Car inside.
Clear. Outside. Still there. Clear. Car outside.
Car outside.
Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Keep low.
It's really hard to keep low there.
Clear outside.
I'll be the pit flag holder. Yes, please. I need to know when to come in. Okay, so far not so bad. So far decent for what I was expecting. Good speed in this car. Ah, damn.
Car inside. Clear inside.
It's okay, I meant to do that. Now I'm gonna lose the front pack a little bit. 1 to 12 gear stat. 0 to 300 miles per hour. That's how you unlock the speed. Damn. Fuck. I'm not gonna have a passenger side of my car. I mean, that's okay. I don't have a passenger, so what do I need a passenger side of my car for? Time to spin a... Yeah. You think a donut is opportune here? Yeah, that's an interesting school of thought for a crew chief, so I'll have to take your word for it because I've never tried that before. Yeah, this is different than anything I've done today. It's kind of like you have to like turn in early, which is tough. It's tough because you don't want to spin the car out. But you do have to kind of give it a good bit of slide. Someone already manually disconnect. There's 11 people. Why are you disconnecting already? Ooh, fastest lap of the session. Nice. And I thought I dinged it up by... I thought I dinged it up a little bit in turn 3. But yeah. See, it's cool. You still get like lead changes with the NASCAR Legends cars. They're good cars. It's good racing. They should bring this back. Just make them, you know, obviously make them safer and stuff. Because these cars are about as safe as running out on a highway in the winter when the roads are icy. Been 30 years in the I don't know business. That's a good business. I need a little bit more spin here. Now, this is definitely not the way that you do this, obviously. But it looks like I'm kind of keeping pace with the guys up front. And dropping away from the... Pushing away from the guys behind. Kind of. And it's also amazing how little distance there is. Like, you kind of forget sometimes, but it's amazing how little distance there is between turn 2 and turn 3. The distance between turn 1 and turn 2 is a lot greater, so you're kind of just, your mind blanks a little bit. This is the longest straightaway of the track, but damn, the car just wanted to die out on me. It's tough. It's tough handling these guys. Now, yeah, I ask myself, was there a point of that shift? Was there even a remote point of that shift? It ain't gonna win me races, but I think it might be a good idea to start braking earlier on turn 3. Maybe on all the turns. And you know, for all the like shaming of oval racing and stuff, that it's just a left turn, there's so much more like constant fighting against the wheel. Like, you are just constantly wrestling with this thing.
You're pulling away from the car time. The gap is 7.4 seconds.
Why is it only your head showing? Oh. I'm just always, when I sit down in this chair, I'm always just so lazy to go adjust the camera. But yeah, I'll fix it for next stream because I won't have a racing rig to worry about. Yeah. I gotta invest like $1,000 into some kind of connector point for my camera that like... Woo! Connector point for my camera that I can like remotely adjust. So I'm like, oh, that needs to be moved up a little bit or down a little bit, and I just push a button on a remote. Like, I feel like maybe Spielberg or someone may be able to afford a thing like that if it exists. It probably exists. But yeah, that would be great. How'd you know? How'd you know? Yeah, you see, oval racing, even if it's not an endurance race, it already is, to me, endurance racing. You know, you really gotta have a lot of stamina to fight this wheel all the time. And after all the road course racing I did today, I can tell you for a fact that this feels the toughest out of all of it. Not necessarily like for winning purposes, but like just to kind of keep the car moving forward. Whew. Yeah, I'm toasty in this room too. I'm trying to do full immersion here, so I have the AC off as well. This is exactly what it would be like in one of these cars. Actually, it would be a little bit better because the hole in the window is gonna bring in a bunch of air, so at least you have some air when you're driving out there. But yeah, the cars are just hot as shit. There's nothing you could do about it. There's no luxuries in these. You do have a little air conditioner that plugs into your helmet, but they're not... Obviously, it's not doing shit for the car. Yo, is that Kugla? Kugla this late? Damn, man. How's it going? Yo, give Frank a special shout out. Let's see one of his clips again. I want to see that cat clip come up. Partially because I had something to do with it, but yeah. Gotta wear the suit and put a helmet in the room for realism. You're right. You're right. How did I not think of that? What am I running? My best is 0.583. Okay, I could still use a little bit. Oh, man. I'm actually, I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm actually happy that I kind of holding up better than I thought I would. I'm obviously not gonna win or anything, but yeah, I'm doing better than I thought I would, and that counts for something. Okay, Kugla, if you're not gonna give a special shout out to Frank, give a special shout out to Kugla. Let's see what comes up in the rotation. All you gotta do is do exclamation SS instead of SO. Oh, they're starting to pit. We want to beat them.
Slow down.
That scared me.
We're gonna have to fight the big cheese.
The big cheese. Dude, I thought that was my fucking car.
I was looting, damn it. Disrespectful.
Nice. Kugla, the horror king.
Try picking someone on your...
Oh, there's more. I was gonna say, yeah, Kugla, the horror king, playing some what sounds like I'm imagining is some Resident Evil 4. Very nice, thank you, Frank. Yeah, so someone ahead of me pitted.
Climb. Okay. I like that the dog is up here. The dog's like, what the hell, man? No, fuck.
I'm gonna try to watch it.
There you go. I'll take the 1 damage.
Taking the 1 damage. Eventually, we're gonna get Frank's cat, and that's what I'm after. But yeah, let's see Focal Frank card. Yeah. Also, thank you, Kugla, because if it wasn't for you, that wouldn't be on the. I wouldn't have that set up. So I appreciate that. But yeah. Ooh, it's getting a little dicey. So the person in front of me pitted under green. I want to give it maybe 2 more laps before I start pitting. We'll see. In fact, maybe I should wait for the leader to pit, because who knows if that guy just didn't have some kind of a mistake. Eventually, the spotter is gonna come in if you stay out long enough, and they're gonna explain to you that you only have 5 laps of fuel left. And at that point, I mean, we could just push it to like 2. There's nothing super chaotic about this race. There's only like 11 of us in the field, so, you know, it's really just about getting fresh tires on. Yeah, just getting those fresh tires. Took that damage like a champ. It's so funny because from the Frank clip, oh no, it was the Kugla clip. From the Kugla clip, I swear the damage sound effect sounded exactly like what happens when your car engine blows up. So that's a good one. It's a nice little jump scare for me. But yeah, anyone that's I think a mod, VIP, or a subscriber, I think that's how I set it up. You guys can do !SS instead, and it'll do a little video shout out. A little bit more fun. I've seen people have that on their stream for so long, and I'm just like, man, I needed to have this like yesterday, but it's good to finally have it. I didn't realize how many clips I had. Oh yeah. Yeah, you just gotta go back and look at your dashboard to see, you know, you've been streaming for like what, 2 years now? Something like that? It really does build up after a while. Damn, even second doesn't help me anymore on that turn. God, I can't wait till I get my first set of tires. Can't wait till I get my first set of tires, and then it's gonna come down to like actually properly being able to take turns and stuff. Oh yeah. I think I'll do one quick one of these tomorrow after work after all, but I won't stream it just cuz I got to do this with a full house. 59? Wow. Did he pit or something? Did he pit already? But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out today. I appreciate the company. Did not have a lot of great road course experiences today, unfortunately. Something told me that I probably should have tried the oval. I should have just come to this first. But then I was like, you know, I want to change my shifter, which now I know I didn't have to. So it definitely could have been a good option. But yeah, we're running 5th. There's probably no point to mess that up, to change anything right now by coming into pit, you know? Like, come into pit now, obviously I want better tires, but I'm not running that much slower. I'm still running relatively consistent. It's just the issue of handling. Yeah, I feel like they give you too many tires for this. You really don't need that many tires, it feels like. Whew. Say 2 years. Or kind of it feels like it though. There's some way to check. There's definitely some way to check. I think you could go on a website called Social Blade and you could enter your account and it should tell you when you join the site. Sweet. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone else is pitting, because it would have told me the car in front of me is pitting. Or would have told me the leader is pitting. So I don't think anyone started to pit just yet. I think we're all on the same mind here. You know, I could probably save a little bit of fuel if I just brake earlier too. Which I might as well do anyway to kind of help me take these turns. Ooh, that was a hit. Damn. Ruined my nice score. That's all I want to see is a big fat 0 next to that X. Well, I think I'm gonna push it to the end, and hopefully a caution comes out. That would be really good. It's weird. I'm wondering why it doesn't say I'm 4th now, if the guy to the front pitted. Man, even turn 2 is getting a little harder. I am getting slower though, if you look at my time, my lap times. 101.999, that's almost 102, which I haven't been that slow the whole night. See, I don't want to give the track position up. My little trick to downshift isn't working anymore, as I guess the tires are just getting that bad. But yeah, this is God, this is Pocono for you. I love this track so much. And oops. Damn, that's tough. Do we have an incident? I see a sorry. I would assume that means an incident. Yeah. So what that kind of tells me is that the back of the field, they must have pitted and they're kind of starting to catch up. Or they're going to catch up because their times are better. Meanwhile, I'm struggling to take, you know, any turn at this point. Oh, we got another manual disconnect. Someone's given up. Yep, 102. There's my first 102, so I'm getting pretty slow. I think it might be time to just pit. I think I've held it out as long as possible. Part of me just wants to go to a caution or the fuel, but... or the fuel message, but... yeah, it's not going to be good if I get past. And I have to... if there's no caution, I'm going to have to pit under green anyway. I also don't want to risk messing up and, using my mouse to check how many laps of fuel I have left. But yeah, Frank, this is decision. This is why we pay you the big bucks here. You got to make the tough decisions. Should I just stay out and struggle with the downside being that I struggle with the turning so much, and like lose like a second here, lose a second there, and like push it until we have no fuel left? Or should I just pit now to make my life a little easier in these turns? It's all up to you. My race is gonna be determined by your decision. Unless you don't respond in time and suddenly the fuel message comes up, then I have no choice. But until then, you have the power, Frank. 23 to go. That's pretty much it feels like you could do like the whole race. You know, you can't just keep praying for a caution. But yeah. I am not not taking these turns ideally. I am struggling. Yeah. One of the issues is like, so because the reason I said that it's like a tough decision is because you could pit now under green and then a caution comes out, and you know that might kind of make things worse, you know, because you're in the pits and suddenly there's a yellow out and everyone's parading. So you know, there's just a lot of things you have to take into consideration, and unfortunately some of it is just pure chance. Wait, what do I have to power on? So you know, I'm kind of doing like I was kind of doing like a strategy here, but I'm really struggling in the corners because my tires are just so bad now. You know, they're 30 laps. What I could do is I could just come into the pit under green, meaning there's no caution, so everyone is still racing at full speed. I've just essentially put myself like a lap down, potentially. You know. But at least that way, when I come out, I have fresh tires. Now, I could wait if a caution comes out. Whoops. What the hell am I doing? I could wait if a caution comes out, then we get to pit with really no consequence, because you just pit when everybody pits. And what was I gonna say? The other aspect to consider is that at some point there's no way that we can go this whole race with just one tank of fuel. At some point the spotter is gonna come on and he's gonna say that I only have 5 laps of fuel left, so I have to come in because you can't race with no fuel. So it's kind of like pit now or wait until that moment that he says, you know, 5 laps of fuel left in case a caution was going to come out. Maybe it's hard for me to describe it because I'm kind of like, you know, in the moment here. But that's basically the decision you have. Pit now or just wait till the last possible second. You know? It becomes like I guess it becomes like a mathematical thing. But the real reason you would want to pit under green is just because your car starts to handle like crap after X amount of laps. You know. In fact, the other thing is I haven't heard the leader is pitting now thing either, so they're probably doing the same thing. They're just maintaining they're maintaining their track position. They're maintaining you know, first, second, and third. But yeah, we got 19 to go. I'm 4th place, so I'm pretty good. If I come in, I'm definitely gonna lose 4th place, at least for now. But there are people that pitted like behind me. So they're definitely gonna catch up to me at some point, because I'm running 102s. And I even kind of now see them in the back too. So they're definitely gonna gain on me eventually. It's a lot of shit to consider. In fact, I've been braking really early, not just to help me take the turns better, but like I said, I can also do that to save fuel if you brake a little bit earlier. I just learned that this year. Like, I had no idea when. There, the leader's pitting now, yeah. And I could wait like a lap or two. 1.9 seconds, yeah. I could wait like a lap or two just to kind of... Oh, man. Another 2x. I could wait like a lap or two just to make sure that I have it beyond them. But now I think I'm going to pit because... Yeah. I don't really have much of a choice. Because that guy basically is 5th place, I believe. So let me get down to a decent speed. Okay. Sorry, Frank. I took your decision-making power away.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here. All the damage is repairable.
Okay, we're not going to do optional repairs. We just got to take the car the way it is. I just have to wait till they put the tires on and finish refueling. But yeah, now I'm 5th.
Okay, punch it. Be mindful, you only have one set of tires remaining.
Oh no, what? How did I get speeding in the pits? Ah, shit. I thought I was fine. That's crazy. Well, whatever. Now I have like beautiful handling tires, but it doesn't even matter. Just out of curiosity, I'm gonna stay out for an extra lap because I want to see what position they would put me in if I stayed like this. Of course, it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna be held for 40 seconds, so that's gonna mess me up. But yeah. But I'm just curious where I would be at. Now I gotta get my mouse on while I'm on the straightaway here. I gotta make sure that they don't put any tires on, any fresh stuff. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. Fuel. Fuel is fine. Whoops. That's how you blow an engine. I really need to put a button here. But yeah, so I'm 6th. So unfortunately, I lost an extra position. It was nice being in 4th for like 5 seconds. Also would have been curious to see what my lap time would be like on fresher tires, but yeah. Pitting. Bunch of bullshit. Pretty much threw my race out because I mean, I probably wouldn't have gotten back to 4th, but I probably, you know. Oh, maybe I would have. Oh, whatever.
Right here. All the damage is
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That sucks. I feel like if you're speeding for like the last second, and it wasn't even like a lot of speeding, I was practically crossed the line. I saw it turn to like 61 or 62 for just a second. Like that sucks. But yeah, I guess I just got too excited. Well, I was hoping to have one race today that was like that things were like okay, but yeah, no such luck. And that's how you lose a race. That guy with the sign looks like a Smith from the Matrix. What if I told you he was a Smith from the Matrix? Oh man, that works so much better. Well, that ain't no good. What am I, 6th? 3.4 seconds. Okay, so it's still a little hard to take one. Yeah, I wish I could do some Matrix type stuff and go back to that moment where I was coming out of the pits and I sped for like a hair of a second. Yeah, well, you know, iRacing is a lot like fishing. Some days you just go out and you get nothing. You get a whole lot of nothing. And you better like fishing, because if you have to get something every time you go fishing, you're gonna be really disappointed. So we still had some fun. I think we had some cool moments and we learned something today. But damn, being held in pit lane, oh man, that screwed me up. Anyway, the 7th place is like 2 seconds back, so I'm now starting to worry about that. Damn. I'll say, well, that's probably 7th place. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Looks like he's really understeering like crazy, so he's probably on old tires. Maybe he's been out there the whole time. I wonder if you could just... Damn. And the next one is not too far behind me either. I wonder if you could just stay out, you know, the whole time in this race. Damn, I'm gonna hit the wall again. Alright, so now tires don't really matter because my car just has too much damage, but there's 10 to go. Maybe I could hold off... Maybe I could hold off on the guy behind me in that amount of time. Who knows? Who knows? Not me. Okay, yeah, the guy behind me is 27 seconds behind, so it'd be nice to catch the 7, but I just car is not performing. I'd need him to like spin out or something. You know, I was saying earlier how I don't think watching Pocono is as interesting as driving it, but there is something that has to be said about Pocono where, which I guess makes sense when earlier I was like, oh yeah, it's more of like a road course in some senses when you look at each turn and how different they are. Because similar to like a road course, whoever just like gets the jump runs away with the race. You know, there's just no catching them. I think we only had like one lead change throughout this whole race. Oh man. What a bummer. It's kind of like if you can get out front, you know, it's your race to lose. Oh no! Oh no, the guy behind me is caught up somehow. How did he go? How did he go from 27 seconds plus to 3 seconds plus? I'll never know. But yeah, it looks like he caught up to me. Oh yeah, damn. Damn. I'm surprised there wasn't a single caution. I guess Pocono can be a very caution-free race if there's not like a lot of drivers. It's a small field. Damn, I'm about to go to 8th. I'm like, why did he suddenly get so much slower? What did he do wrong that made that happen? 7 to go. If that guy passes me, I'm now 8th, which would suck. But I can tell that this guy's taking turns pretty good. He's definitely better than me in 1. He seems to slow down a lot here. Damn. There goes 7th place, boys. Not a good feeling. Not a good feeling, but I'll definitely have to get a rebate on this tomorrow. Off stream. When we could get a full field. Ah, that sucks. Oh, maybe I'm not 8th. Huh? So I was racing that hard versus a car that's lapped or something? Huh. I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, well, yeah, like I said before, I want to thank you guys for coming out today. After this race, that's about it. So we got like 5 to go. I'll watch the replay just because I'm curious about it. But yeah, I will be back Thursday. I'll be back Thursday. I'm gonna start No More Heroes 3. So no iRacing next week. Thursday. I think next week I'm probably gonna stream odd days or less days. Something like that. Um, yeah, I think this guy is also. I think this guy is also left, so it just doesn't really make sense to fight him so hard. And next Thursday, I'll have my next YouTube channel video go live, so be on the lookout for that. Trying to support ever. Oh man, well I used to, me and Bulb used to know someone that was in like 20 people's chats. Holy shit. Who else is on streaming that you're watching? Maybe we could raid them after. Because if not, I'm probably gonna raid someone that's also doing iRacing. Potentially. Unless I see someone else on. Even after that. Kuga's like hovering in from his computer using mind powers to come. Well, I didn't do too much wall hitting, but it was still a dramatic race for me. Now notice that the guy said there was 5 laps left for me. Or sorry, he said there was 5 laps left, but that's for me. Oh, there you go. He said 2 to go now. I am probably at least 1 lap down because of the penalty. So I'm on a different lap count than everyone else. But that's how it goes. Yeah, this is a great racetrack. I love this track. Now it's Bulb and you. Okay. Okay, yeah, I can raid Bulb. As long as he's still staying on. You can throw everybody over to Bulb. Well, yeah, fun stuff. I can't wait to start No More Heroes 3. I will say, I made the poll and I announced that, you know, No More Heroes 3 was going to be a marathon and stuff. And it definitely... sorry, No More Heroes is going to be a 3-game marathon. And it still is. But if we get to August and I haven't finished one, I'm going to stop because I want to play, what was it? Shinobi when it comes out. So I want to stream that all the way through. So we'll probably have to put a pause on No More Heroes 1, 2, and 3 if it comes to that. You know, I almost don't know if I want to play No More Heroes 3, but it's fine. We should do it. Should do all 3. Also, I reserve the right to just randomly stream iRacing or stream other stuff. Because this is a variety channel after all. My, you know, my thing is I like to get brand new games when they come out. And if I get a brand new game, I wouldn't mind just doing like a one-off stream for it. So yeah. And yeah, one of these days I'll do one of those 6-hour endurance races for iRacing. It'll definitely happen. I'm definitely gonna do my best as long as my schedule is open. No, I didn't. I could have been 4th or at least 5th. But yeah, as long as my schedule is open, I'm gonna do my best to participate in the Coke 600. Which is a really long race too, but it's a special event, so I want to participate in that. That's like the one thing I'm really looking forward to with iRacing this year. So that'll be later, and I think it's actually coming up. I think it's Memorial Day weekend. I don't remember off the top of my head. The other day I beat Devil May Cry 2. And sheesh, that was bad. The game was bad? Or was it like you're saying like it was really difficult? Oh man. This track really knows how to get you. The winder's doing donuts. You guys could see it to the right.
10. Okay, the race is over. Bring it on in.
Yeah.
5, 3, 2, 1. Right here.
Oh man. How unfortunate.
All the damage is repairable.
All right. Well, let's see what we did. So I gridded 10th and I got 7th. That's probably why he said that I did pretty good. And I was 2 laps down. There's only 3 of us on the lead lap. That's funny. But yeah, middle of the pack. Unfortunate. I want to see the first lap. Can I just choose it? No, I can't. That's dumb. You should be able to choose it. What a race. If not for coming down pit road a second time to serve a penalty, you know, I could have gotten a better finish for sure. I definitely wouldn't have been 7th. Maybe not 4th like I was there, but that would have been nice. Wait, hold on. Let me do Chopper. Chopper is good. We'll do Chopper. Oh, I need water so bad. So I'm the blue car because I'm not using my mash paint scheme. I don't think I did anything wrong there. And yeah, completely caution-free race. We were going side by side here, so this was tough. Because I was really scared to go into 2 like this. It's so much harder turning than it looks. But I made it. I blended in pretty good. And then now, it's like, Pocono is a track where like after lap 2, it's single file now. It becomes like a single file race within a lap. And, you know, it really is the road course of ovals. I'm realizing that now. But yeah, nothing crazy here. Let me maybe change the angle. Let's see how we do. Like Pocono, I thought that this would be better with Pocono because the Legends cars to me, it feels like you have a good chance to catch up to like a pack that breaks away. That's what it always feels like to me with these cars. Different than the next gen, different than the Gen 4. It feels like you can legitimately like catch up if you fall behind. Ah, so I took a nasty hit to the wall. I needed more practice, that's for sure. But yeah. So fun stuff. Well, it was a really fun stream today. I was gonna do No More Heroes originally, but then I decided at the last second, like, hey, let's get in on some of this crazy iRacing stuff because there's a good selection this week. If you guys have iRacing, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's decent. But yeah, let me go ahead and do a couple plugs. Go check out our YouTube channel. We got a new showcase coming out tomorrow. Boom, I spoiled it. You could also check me out on these socials. I gotta get better at posting to Twitter. Also, I gotta put Blue Sky in there because I'm really active on Blue Sky. If you guys got Blue Sky, Frank, how's this for a spoiler? Let's do one more. Let's do one more special shout out for you. Let's see what we get. Oh, it's not the cat. Oh no, it is the cat.
Are you like disassociating right now?
Oh, it's it. We got it. He's disassociating.
He's like, I've seen some shit.
Oh, that's great.
What the fuck?
We got the best one. All right. Go check out Twitch real quick. And yeah, let's go throw it over to
Multi-chat is like so behind.
let's go throw it over to our boy Bulb, who looks like he's playing some Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered. I should get on that. I never finished Elder Scrolls. But yeah, thank you so much for coming out, guys. Stick around for the raid. We got raid messages. Got raid 1 and we got raid 2. I forget which one of them is for subs, one of them is for for non-subs. But yeah, thank you, Intronia. I appreciate it. Thank you to our crew chief for the stream, Focal Frank. Thank you for our flag guy, our pit stop flag guy, Ethroniar. Appreciate you guys. I'll see you Thursday, next YouTube video. Until then, take it easy.